What's the gossip on you? What do people say about you once you leave the room? And more importantly, why do they wait until you leave the room to say these things? We're going to be spilling some serious tea today, you guys. Before we get started, if you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. And if you would like to purchase the deck that we'll be using for today's pick a card, it will be available for purchase on my Amazon store, along with some other cool decks and books and stuff. Be sure to check that out if that is something that you're interested in. And without further ado, we're going to go on ahead and jump into your pile choices now. Alrighty, you guys, so here are the 3 piles of cards that you have to choose from today. We have group number 1 beginning on the left, and of course group number 3 ending on the right. So go on ahead and take a moment to choose the pile of cards that you feel the most drawn to today. Pause the video if you need a little bit more time to choose, you guys, and whenever you are ready, I will meet you at your reading. The timestamps for each pile of cards will be available down in the description box below for your convenience. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 1, and welcome to your reading, you guys. So what do people say about you when you leave the room? Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. One of these rooms that you guys be in, somebody really truly feels some type of way about you. Like, for some of you, this could be like somebody in your friend group that is like secretly in love with you or something, or has some type of secret infatuation by you or something like that. But if that's not the case for you, and you know 100% sure that that's not your situation, people genuinely don't like it when you leave the room. Okay, I feel like you guys who chose this pile, you guys are the life of the party. Okay, and you have this way of making people feel safe and secure when they're around you. We start off this reading with the Ace of Wands, you guys. Very, very passionate individuals, and I feel like you guys are also very attractive as well. People like to look at you, people like to stare at you, you guys, whether you notice it or not. And so with this Ace of Wands, I feel like this is you bringing the light to the party, being the life of the party, you guys. But one thing I'm seeing here, we have this 5 of Cups here, so this is an energy surrounding disappointment. I feel like people don't like it when you leave. They don't like when you leave the room. It's like the whole room shifts, okay? Because like I said, you were the life of the party, you would bring a light to the party, or you sparked some type of feelings in somebody, you guys. And I was wondering what this disappointment was. Like, what is this, you guys? We have disappointment and heartbreak, okay, followed by you walking away. Is your ex in one of these rooms somebody that you were talking to, dating, dealing with, maybe a friends with benefits situation in your friend group or something like that? Because somebody doesn't like it when you leave the room, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Somebody doesn't like it when you leave the room. Other people might say, you know, pile number 1 is a heartbreaker, or pile number 1 is a player, or maybe pile number 1 is just out here enjoying the single life. You know, I'm getting that type of energy off you. We have this Knight of Wands energy, okay? She's a girl, so I'm saying y'all might have, you know, really had a hot girl summer or something. Y'all might be having a hot girl fall, okay? So either way, what I'm seeing is I feel like y'all have multiple people attracted to you, to be honest. People are drawn to you. So it's one thing for you to be in this energy, but it's another thing for you to also have your shit together. You're also coming out as this King of Pentacles, okay? So this could be an earth sign that's feeling some type of way about you, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We also have fire sign energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Scorpio energy with this World card here. So you guys, people know that you guys have literally reached the top. I feel like you guys are goal getters. Like, you really go after the things that you want, and people really admire that and respect that about you. But somebody is just in love with this, okay? Somebody is just in love with you, okay? And like I said, if you know that's not your situation, and you know that's not the case for you, you over here trying to search through your mind to figure out who this could be. Somebody could really be feeling this way about you and refuse to say anything. It could even be somebody in your friend group of the same sex is what I'm getting. That's possible, you know. Or it could just be the fact that people really genuinely don't like it when you leave, okay? And this can be good, you know. It's nice to feel important to people, and it's nice to know that you're the life of the party and to be the center of attention. But still, when you carry that energy, you gotta be careful for energy vampires, because sometimes you just gotta leave the function. You just gotta walk away to recollect yourself and rest and recharge, you know. So that could be you guys. I'm getting a kind of extroverted energy off of this pile, and we have this Queen of Wands and this King of Pentacles, okay? So you might have this person that's like very well put together, maybe even a bit humble, modest, doesn't really talk too much about what they're feeling, more so like what they have going on materially or financially. And then you have you, okay, this beautiful Queen of Wands, very passionate, very fiery, very explosive, and this Knight of Wands still in tune with that younger version of yourself, okay? So you still are capable of having that very childlike, not necessarily childlike, I'd say one step above childlike, like maybe like teenage-like mentality. You know, it's given hot girl summer vibes, but it's like you're very successful and independent on your own. You know, you're very passionate about what it is that you do. Maybe you guys have like a lot of creative endeavors to go after, you know, and people, they just see you, they see what you bring to the table, they admire you, and they don't like it when you leave, okay? So in terms of like, I'm getting more so what people are feeling more than what people are saying about you. But all I can see is with this Five of Cups, people get sad when you leave, maybe even heartbroken when you leave, and this is you leaving. So people just don't like it when you leave the room. They want you to stay in the room, okay? Some of this is because they admire you, they see you as the life of the party, but for some of y'all, somebody is like in love with you. So y'all really, when you go to these parties, events, and some of y'all, I know some of y'all gonna be in these comments talking about, I stay at home, I don't go nowhere, okay? But when you actually do go out, people don't want you to leave. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if it's like once in a blue moon, once a year, once every couple of years, people don't want you to leave the function, okay? They like seeing you there genuinely, maybe even more than they care to admit, okay? And then with this World card, I feel like you guys have kind of achieved a lot of what you set out to achieve, if not all of what you set out to achieve. Or this person that is low-key infatuated by you could be somebody who is very successful, financially stable, has a lot of money, could even be married. It's possible for some of you, because this King of Pentacles is wife material, okay? And he's drawn to this Queen of Wands here, which is you. So y'all could be fire signs, like I said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm getting a very fiery energy off of you. But people really, when you leave the room, they say that you're really passionate about what you do, that they really admire whatever it is that you do. If it's you an artist or something, if you create stuff, or if you just walk into the room and you just gracing people with your presence, they just love it. I don't know. Maybe you guys have done some prosperity work on yourself. Maybe you guys have been listening to subliminals, enhancing your personal magnetism. Whatever the fuck you've been doing, that shit is working, because people don't like it when you leave the room, okay? That's the main message. I'm hearing like, where's pile number one going? Like, where are they going? Are they going to come back? No, they're leaving. Are you serious? Like, they're leaving, they went home? Like, damn, that sucks. Like, I'm getting that type of energy. When you walk out of the room, the energy, the frequency of the room, the house, the building, whatever the fuck you was in, it changes, okay? And people feel some type of way about it. That's what I will say, you guys. Whatever you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. But somebody is really feeling some type of way. Maybe they just can't. They can't reach out to you, or they can't come out and say, maybe it's not appropriate. This could even be like a work situation. One of your coworkers is just like, it could even be your boss, you know, and that's going to be for somebody specific out there, but they see you and it's maybe it's not appropriate for them to confess how they feel about you, but somebody's feeling some type of way. This could also be like an ex, somebody that you dated. Maybe they just weren't enough for you. Y'all strike me as the type that's like, you don't settle. If you're not enough for me, then you're not enough for me, you know? So that's what I see, you guys. Very admirable energy, but careful. Don't be out here breaking hearts, you guys, unless you have to, unless you absolutely have to. You know, we have this eight of cups, so it's like you'll probably be will be the last person to get to the party and the first person to leave. If your social battery is not where you want it to be, you have no problem leaving the party. You have no problem leaving the function, and people feel some type of way about it, okay? It could even be family members or something that maybe haven't seen you for a long time. They're like, damn, I didn't even get a chance to see pile one. Give pile number one a hug, you know? Like, that's the type of energy that I'm getting. So overall, what people say about you when you leave the room, they don't like that you left the room. Why do they wait till you leave the room to say it? Maybe because they didn't realize, they didn't really pay attention when you were actually there, when you were actually in the room. Also, another reason why they might wait, until you leave the room to either say something or feel something, is because it's like a secret that somebody's like infatuated with you, or something like that. That's the energy that I'm getting. Or it could be an ex, maybe a very prideful person that just doesn't want to admit the way that they feel. That's kind of what I'm getting overall. So let me know down in the comments how that reading resonates for you guys. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down below. Also, all of my information for tips and donations is also available down below. And if you like the deck that we used for today's reading, we did use the Modern Witch Tarot deck, which will be available for purchase on my Amazon shop, along with some other cool decks and books and stuff that I have on there as well. Be sure to check that out if that is something that you are interested in. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 2, and welcome to your reading, you guys. So what do people say about you when you leave the room? Okay, you guys, so immediately I feel like when you are out in public, or when you're at, events, functions, or just outside of your house, okay, I feel like you give off this very kind, happy, polite demeanor, okay? But people who know you or think they know that there is more down to the surface. And I feel like you guys only really show your true, authentic self to those who you feel like is worthy of seeing that side of you, okay? We start off the reading with the 9 of Wands. You're very protective of yourself, okay? And this is a very good quality to have. You're very protective of yourself. Not only that, but we also have the 9 of Pentacles, very protective over your independence. And the 2-9 cards that I'm seeing indicate to me that you've probably ended a lot of cycles. You probably ended a lot of karmic cycles surrounding showing your true vulnerability and your authenticity, maybe to the wrong people. Certain people just don't deserve to see all aspects, all angles of you. You guys are very multifaceted individuals, okay? And not everybody really understands that gift. What's the name? There's a term, I think it's called, like, I want to say it's called code switching. I could be wrong. But it's when you act or speak a certain way with one group of individuals, and then you act and speak a certain way with another group of individuals. And it's like only certain people get to have access to certain sides of you, okay? And that's literally, people can call you fake all they want to, but that's literally how you operate, okay? It's like when you're interacting with certain people, it's like a switch literally goes off in your brain to be one way. Some of y'all could be Geminis, okay? Y'all can have very strong Gemini placements. We also have Aquarius and Libra, very strong Aquarius. We have Pisces, we have Leo, and we have Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Those are the main signs that are coming through for this reading. Not seeing too much fire sign energy aside from the Leo energy. Or water sign energy, except for the Pisces energy, but that doesn't mean that it's not there, you guys. We have this Page of Swords. So I don't know, I feel like you guys are very, very smart, very, very intelligent individuals, very in tune with the younger version of yourself with this Page of Swords. But also we have this Queen of Swords, so still very much evolved for your age, especially if you are in your 20s or your 30s. You guys have evolved something serious, and like I said, it's just like people say that, what's going on with group number 2, like they might either feel like you, I don't want to say like you act different, but it's just like you got 2 different sides of you, and people just need to learn how to deal with it. Like for me, when I was actually out working, I was working at a Party City. My coworkers got one side of me, and some coworkers got a different side of me. Customers got a whole different side of me. My family gets a different side of me. Like, I'm just a multifaceted individual. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I have a Gemini rising, so I got so many different voices, and I have so many different personas that I don't even mean to switch into them, you guys. Like, you could literally go through my channel, you could see me talk in so many different ways, and it's really not intentional. It just depends on how I'm feeling and who I'm talking to, what the subject is, and I feel like that's kind of how you guys operate. We have the Sun card, very, very playful energy, very, very fun energy. Naturally, I feel like just by being one shade of your authentic self, it's like people naturally gravitate towards you and they want to get to know you. The spotlight is instantly put on you, you know, and then as soon as it gets put on you and it's like people want to see more from you or they want to get to know you more, we have the moon card here. So you might kind of retract a little bit. You might kind of decide, and actually I'm gonna keep that to myself, or, you know, like you might not actually say it, but it's just like your demeanor will show it. So it's like, I know that you know that there's more to me than what you see, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to show you, right? So you make people wonder. People want to know more about you. And it's like, you're only going to show them if you see that they're worthy. And it's like the only people who might actually get to see all sides of you, maybe your mom, your dad, certain members of your family, your siblings. You know, my siblings, they see all types of sides of me. But that's because we just have that layer. We have that level of comfort with each other. You know, if you have a significant other, they might be the only other person that actually gets to see, you know, all angles of you. And regardless, it's like you have absolutely no problem letting people wonder. Let them wonder. Let them think what they want to think. Let them say what they want to say, you know. But I do feel like people, they really do admire you because you still have this strength about you. We have this Queen of Pentacles, very solid, stable individual, very well put together, but will not hesitate to put you in your place if necessary with this Queen of Swords, you know. Like people, I feel like one thing that people say about you is like 1 minute she's like this, another minute she's like this, or 1 minute he's like this, 1 minute he's like that. I wonder what's going on with pile number 2. And then your ass is just like, good, keep wondering, because I'm not going to tell you unless I deem you worthy, you know. And then we have this Star card. So I also feel like maybe people witness you getting what you, let me cover her up because I forgot she naked. Maybe people witness like you getting the things that you want. They witness you getting the things that you want, manifesting the things that you want into your reality. And maybe people just want to know how you do it. They're like, damn, I wonder how pile number 2 did it. Or they'll might say like, pile number 2 is very lucky. Pile number 2 is very fortunate. Like, bitch, this ain't luck. This is magic that took me a little while to tap into. You know, you have this magic energy about you guys that this is what makes people wonder about you. Like I was saying, personal magnetism. I might have said that in the last pile, but you have this personal magnetism about you that makes people wonder about you. They want to know about you. And like maybe people see you being loud and fun and crazy with like maybe your friends, your family, people that you know very closely. And your coworkers like, damn, I've never seen that side of her. I would like to see more of that, you know, at work. And it's just like, too bad, bitch, because the switch gets turned off as soon as I walk through the door, as soon as I clock in, right? That's the type of energy that I'm getting from you. People just want to know. If anything, it's not necessarily what they're saying about you. It's more so what they're asking about you, because people are very inquisitive surrounding you and your energy, you know. And I mean, what's not to like? And like I said, it's like you guys are very protective of yourself. It's like you don't need to know everything about me, you know. You pick and choose your friends very wisely. People might want to get close to you, and then you hear them say one wrong thing and it's just like, bitch, you written off, you know. And it's not even like you mean to be any type of way, but it's like you will not hesitate to, you know, cut somebody off like, we're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that, you know? And then it's like if your boundaries get pushed, you're like, bitch, I said we not fucking doing that. Right? So I feel like people know. Maybe you shouldn't play with group number 2. I don't really think group number 2 is the one to play with. This is probably going to be my favorite pile. And then not only that, but your life is just, it's so fruitful. You just have this energy to you, group number 2. People are just drawn to you. And I mean, when you think about it, why wouldn't they be? You know, why wouldn't you be? You know, group number 2 is the shit. So that's what I have for you guys. That is what I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. All of my information for tips and donations is also available down below. And if you like the deck that we used for today's pick a card, we did use the Modern Witch Tarot deck, which will be available for purchase on my Amazon shop, you guys. There's also some other cool decks and books and stuff on there as well. Be sure to check that out, you guys, if that's something that you're interested in. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 3, and welcome to your reading, you guys. So what are people saying about you once you leave the room? Okay, so I feel like anybody who knows how to read people and can kind of read you, they know that you have some stuff going on, okay, internally. With this death card, this is Scorpio energy. Some of you guys could have Scorpio placements in your chart. And essentially what this means is whatever area you have Scorpio in your life, or even 8th house placements in your life, is like you never get a break from transformation in that area. For example, I have my moon in the 8th house, which means emotionally my ass is always transforming. I'm always going through some type of internal shift, okay? So and I have Scorpio Chiron, Scorpio Lilith. I'm always going through some sort of shift in those areas of my life. So even if you don't have Scorpio placements, or if you just have 8th house placements, people know when there's a shift in you. They can sense the shift in you, okay? And with the 6 of Swords, this can be actual movement, like internal movement, internal shifting. Or this could be people saying that maybe you're always moving around a lot. Maybe you're always traveling. Maybe at work you have to constantly switch up your schedule to accommodate something in your life. Some of you could have kids, and people might discuss, people might discuss, pile number 3 can't really be here today because pile number 3 is with their kids, or something along those lines, maybe even with their family as well. But I also feel like certain people, it's like immediately whether or not they're going to be around for a long time. So certain people, when they come into your life, when they cross your paths, a lot of the times you will meet certain people where there is an instant connection or an instant friendship being built. And that's because people might feel that kindred spirit type of energy with you. They feel safe with you, and these are people that you have a lot of love for. So people also say that you're a very lovable individual. You're very loving, but you still take a lot of time to yourself. So you're not the friend that is going to answer the phone every single time it rings, okay? You guys don't hesitate to take a lot of time to yourself, I also feel like people will say about you that maybe you never really seem to get a break, okay? With this 5 of Wands, they could know, certain people in your life could know about the different areas of your life where there is conflict going on. Maybe this is a particular person that you're feeling conflict with, or maybe it's like a constant battle with yourself, or maybe it's both, And with this 5 of Pentacles, people might also discuss like you possibly having some mental health issues, or maybe you not having your finances exactly where it is that you want them to be at. However, if that is the case for you, we do have this Ace of Pentacles. This is a great way to clarify the 5 of Pentacles. So this could also be people saying that, even when you don't have it like that, whether it's materially or financially, you're still a very giving individual and you deserve to receive. I feel like people who really know you and love you, they really do see you as somebody who is worthy and deserving of receiving good things into your life, okay? So I feel like people think very, very highly of you. And I wouldn't be surprised, though, if you had to deal with some conflict from people who just were too comfortable putting too much shit on your plate. And I feel like another thing that people say about you is that you're somebody, your priorities are very important to you, and you have your priorities in order, whether that's your work, your family, your children, if you have them, you're somebody who has your like I said, your priorities in order. But with this Death card and the 6 of Swords, I feel like people say like, damn, pile number 3 never really seems to catch a break. It's always something going on with them. I hope that they're okay. At least the people who matter, they say these things, with this Death card. It's like, also I feel like people are saying like pile number 3 is actually going through some like major shifts, major changes that, might be kind of difficult, might be having some financial struggles or some emotional struggles. For some of you guys, you could have been homeless at one point and people knew about it, is what I'm seeing. With this 5 of Wands, this conflict could be people putting too much shit on your plate, okay? But either way, I feel like people say that your family is really important to you. Maybe you're close to your family, or maybe you're close to your kids, or maybe you have friends that are like your family. and they love you very much. So there are people in your life who do genuinely love you very much despite everything that you're going through. And also, I feel like people might say, you know, maybe give pile number 3 some space, maybe give them some room, because it's like they need some time to their self with this Hermit card. And I feel like this is where you cultivate, you know, opportunities, is when you're taking time and space to yourself so you can figure out like what you want to do, maybe what avenue that you want to venture down in order to make more money. You know what I'm saying? I'm also hearing sales. I don't even know where the fuck that came from, but maybe some of you guys work in sales or are considering it, getting that type of thing, or maybe considering starting your own business, because I just feel like a lot of you guys have had to go without and you're tired of going without. And a lot of the times people might just be aware of the fact that you're going through it. This is my pile that's probably going through it the most, or has gone through the most, and people know about it. And so I feel like to a degree it's hardened you a lot and built a lot of strength and character within you, but you still have a soft spot for those that you love, which is something that people greatly admire and respect about you. So that's what I see for, you know, what people say about you when you leave the room. And I feel like a lot of the times people might wait to say certain things when you leave the room simply because they don't want to offend you. They're genuinely curious, but they don't want to ask any questions that could be potentially triggering or offensive. But I don't really feel like anybody means any harm by this, except for those who cause conflict in your life. These are people that need to get cut off, because they're not adding, if they're not adding value to this, if they're not adding value to this situation, and they're not bringing something to the table, even if they are, there's no reason for them to want to cause conflict in your life. You're a very private person. You keep a lot of shit to yourself. Before I forget, the zodiac signs I see, like I said, we have very strong Scorpio, could be Pisces or Cancer, and we have Virgo energy coming through. Virgo energy, some of you guys could work in the service industry, or you could be of service, or you could work in the medical field. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. So it's like you guys are probably empaths, and you probably soak up a lot of energy, okay, that you have to kind of go into your resting space at the end of every day to kind of transmute that energy, you know, and get it off of you. But I just feel like overall, if you need a break, take that shit. Okay, and I understand if you're in a situation where you can't afford to do that, but I would advise you not to push yourself too hard. And I always say this in damn near every single reading: the only people who will benefit from you, or the only people who have an issue with you implementing boundaries, are people who benefited from you not having them in the first place. These are the type of people that gotta go. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave you off with that message, but that is what I see for you guys. I sincerely hope that this reading resonated for you guys. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. If you are feeling generous and would like to offer a tip or donation for today's pick a card, all of my information is down below. And the deck that we use for today's reading is the Modern Witch Tarot deck, which will be available for purchase on my Amazon store, also down below, along with some cool decks and books and stuff that I have on there as well. I'll be adding some tapestries and cool decorations stuff on there too, so be sure to check that out if that's something that you're interested in. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye.